stabbed to death in a violent and unprovoked attack.
I think that's good.
Love the parks in South London.
The rule of 3 is so much more than just mentioning the number 3. Jokes. We all love them.
But what happens when they don't work?
I'm Charlie Bowers.
And I'm Walter Jack.
Watch us now as we work with one lucky comedian.
Transforming subpar material
into comedy gold. Welcome
to the Joke Clinic.
Right, Alex Mason, you do stand-up comedy,
Oh yeah, I do, yeah.
and you've obviously seen the channel.
I have, yeah, I love it.
Big fan.
Yeah, huge.
Great.
Great, that's a very, very good start.
Is that first?
No.
No. Okay. Well, but it's still good. Still very good.
Still good. So you're doing the open mics and all of that?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Good,
More,
good.
more paid now,
And
I'd
progressing,
say.
and
yeah.
you're hoping to get... So you're hoping to get paid?
I
Good.
get paid.
You probably get paid if you invoice someone. It takes a bit of time sometimes, doesn't it? But you will get paid.
You will get paid.
Yeah.
Of course you will.
Yeah.
Oh, I do science shows for kids. So if you have anything I can work to that.
What's a science show for kids?
I like going to schools and I'll teach them science, but I make it fun.
Could you give us a taster?
Yeah.
Imagine I've got a funnel and I've put corn flour in it, and then there's a tube. I'll blow into the tube, and then the corn flour will go up, and I'll set that on fire, and I'll make a little like fire bomb.
God.
Yeah.
Should you be teaching children that?
She goes into schools with a funnel and
a
this
firebomb.
explosive,
Yeah.
and just so you're a sort of terrorist. Is that the right word?
Like a pyromaniac.
If it gets people into STEM, then I'm ambivalent about it. I think
Yeah. You're not a big fan of STEM, actually, are you?
I don't honestly know what it is. An acronym?
Something like that.
Science, technology, engineering, maths.
I don't think that's right, but we'll move on.
It's
Nonetheless.
not even the right letters, is it?
No.
The guy who created Pringles is buried in a Pringles can. He was cremated first because he had to be burnt to a crisp.
Lovely.
Oh, you like that one?
I absolutely love it.
Okay.
Love it. I think it's succinct. It's funny.
Mm-hmm.
It's there's a charm to it, isn't there? Certain pathos. I absolutely love it. I've just been trying to think of... Did you have anything?
No, you go ahead.
Well, I was just trying to think of toppers to it, honestly.
Yeah?
You know, because I think it's such good fun. Like, how about this? What about this, Alex? The guy who invented tomato ketchup, he was stabbed to death in a violent and unprovoked attack. So this guy was stabbing him repeatedly with a knife, and there was blood spurting everywhere, and he was sort of screaming in agony. And everyone just thought he was mucking about, and it was just ketchup. And they went, "Oh, Heinz, you're just mucking about." And he was screaming, "I'm not. I'm being, And they just thought he was mucking about.
But he was dead.
He was dead.
Yeah, so you could do that afterwards.
Yeah. Maybe an act out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, lovely, good.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Really
Good.
running with that. Perfect. I think that's a really good idea.
Think so?
Yeah, there's a
As a topper?
lot of laughs in there. The topper is longer than the original joke. Is that unusual?
No, I think that's the whole point of a topper.
Yeah. Let's hear you do that Heinz one. Let's hear that. Let's do that to camera and hear that in your voice.
Okay. The guy who created Heinz was stabbed to death.
Ketchup's got to be ketchup because the
Ketchup.
red.
Heinz
It's gotta be
ketchup.
Oh yeah,
'cause
not
ketchup.
tomato
Because
soup
Heinz do
either.
baked beans, don't they? And they
Yeah,
do,
but they're all red.
mayonnaise and
Yeah.
salad cream and
Yeah.
Oh, salad cream,
sandwich
yeah.
spread and mustard.
Yeah.
And
They do tin tomatoes.
Do they do mayo now as well? Thanks for watching this episode of The Joke Clinic. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe.
Because I really like Hellman's, but maybe I should try that.
I've only ever had Hellman's.
no, well they do.
Or the roasted garlic one from
Yeah.
M&S. Yeah.
That's good as
No,
well.
is that good?
Yeah.
Well, that's not
Well,
Heinz
maybe
though, is it?
No.
But then I had...
How's that going to work though? But if you do it about the roasted garlic one from M&S, how's that going to work? How's that going to work as a joke?
I love it in fantasy books when the male love interest will push the protagonist up against the wall and then hold a knife to her throat. I find it really sexy. It's definitely a perk of living in South London.
I don't want to be accused of mansplaining here, but I think you mean park, and you've said perk. But I'm pretty sure you mean park.
Mm-hmm.
I think you should just say that. So I live in fantasy books. Definitely a park in South London, and South London's got loads of lovely parks.
Clapham Common.
Clapham Common.
Yeah, so you could name a specific park.
To name it two, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Kensington Gardens.
Yes.
Is that South?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely. So the other thing you could do, actually thinking about it, do it all in an Irish accent, because then you say, "I love the perks in London." And then you've solved the whole problem, because they pronounce parks as you've misspelled it there. So I love the perks in South London, like Kensington Gardens and that.
That's great. That's fantastic. Well, let's hear that in your voice then.
Yeah.
Oh, I love the park. I can't really do I love the parks in South London.
Perks.
Parks. Wait, can you do a bit of Irish and then I can pick it up that way?
Walter just did.
Yeah, but a bit more.
I love the parks in South London, so I do.
Okay.
But try not to make it too much of a caricature, because that will piss off any Irish people.
Yeah,
really
not
good
very
point.
good.
Yeah.
Oh, I love the parks in South London.
Oh, you love the parks in South London.
I love the parks in South London. That's better.
Better, yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
I love the parks in South London.
Mm.
I'm not very good with accents.
No, I think you're better than you think you are, but not quite as good as Walter.
No,
So
you were really good.
somewhere in that ground.
Okay.
A man hasn't opened a door for me this week yet. Freya pointed out when I've been covered in minestrone soup.
Okay, so I think there's a misunderstanding here. First off with this one here, because what you've done is you've tried to do a rule of three, haven't you? But a rule of three is so much more than just mentioning the number three.
Yeah.
You can't just say three and then that's the rule of three. It's unfortunately.
Would that it were true.
Would that
Wouldn't
it were.
comedy be easy? Hats off to Charlie, to be
Thank you.
fair,
Yeah,
because you do a soup gag,
I do. Yes.
and my suspicion is that Alex's gag is rather off the back of your soup gag.
What's your soup gag?
Yes, well, I do a gag about it was actually about me and Walter going for dinner together, and we both ordered the soup, and there was croutons in the top of it, and I submerged my croutons into the soup, and they got too soupy, and Walter didn't, and his was still crisp.
It's such a good gag.
It's good, isn't
so
it? Yeah,
funny.
thank you.
It's so
Thank you very
funny.
much.
So I think, Alex, maybe unwittingly, because I know Charlie's material is quite sort of well known to people.
Ubiquitous.
I think what you've done, and it may be unwitting, is you've rather... Is stole the right word?
Stole, I think, or thieved, or...
Let's put that aside, shall we, for now, because Charlie's been big enough not even to raise it.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for raising it, though, because I did want one of us to.
It seems to me that the point you're trying to make, and it's a good one, is about gender inequality, that this sort of warped idea of chivalry is actually just a sort of male control mechanism. Now, Charlie and I will get that because we're experts in this field. I'm concerned your audience may not, that you've been a little too subtle with this. You can never over-explain a joke. Yeah? That's a truism for a reason, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
So I think you need to explain this a bit more. So how about...
More than you have.
No, less than I have.
Less than you have, but more than Alex did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the middle there.
I'm with you. Okay.
In the middle there. So something about I'm carrying a bowl of soup. Maybe you're in a self-service buffet style deal so that people get where you are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you might be in a motorway services like Gloucester Services. They do quite nice soup there. You get the soup, put it in the bowl, ladle it into the bowl, you put it on the tray, and then you take it to the till. It might be that kind of situation.
Mm-hmm.
Plenty of opportunity there for a man to bump into you as they do. He might or might not be opening a door. The soup gets spilled, and it leaves you feeling disempowered and disenfranchised.
Yeah. So
Was that helpful?
I think it was. Yes, it absolutely was. Well done.
Good.
Great job.
Cheers.
Let's hear that in your voice then. Take everything that Walter has just given you there, and let's hear that in your voice.
What if I zoned out when you started speaking?
How have you found this today? Has this been useful for you?
Yeah, it was something, definitely. Yeah.
Something. That's good, isn't it?
That's good,
That's
yeah.
good, because we can sort of take that and then input whatever word we like in there.
Yeah, what word are you
In
going
the
to use?
post-production.
What word are we going to use?
The words we normally get, or at least you normally put in, are words like transformational,
Yeah.
amazing,
Yeah.
career changing.
Yeah. Would those be words you would use?
Probably.
Okay.
So
Was that helpful?
I think it was. Yes, it absolutely was. Well
Good.
done. Great job.
Cheers.